Welcome to the Football Tragics. With the North London derby right on the horizon, I've brought Campo, our resident Spurs fan, TFT member, and then we've got Bayley here, an Arsenal fan, and we're going to go through a combined XI. Let's see if you two can agree on a combined XI. Arsenal versus Spurs. I'm going to be the moderator. I'm going to keep it in check because you might go on a rant. All right, let's start with goalkeeper. We're going to do a 4-3-3 today. So goalkeeper, who are you picking, guys?
Lloris has made the second most saves in the Premier League this year. Been really good for us, even though he's had a rough last two games with Palace and Chelsea. He's a mile ahead of Burnley, who makes mistakes weekly, and Ramsdale gets relegated with every team. So I don't think I need to say any more about that one.
Look, I'm going to agree. I'm going to let you have Lloris, not because I think he's necessarily better, but at the moment, we don't even know who our number one keeper is. I think it looks like Ramsdale is starting to take the reins there, so it's pretty hard for me to argue Leno. And as I said, Ramsdale has only really had the 2 games with us, and because I'm nice, I will let you have Lloris.
Well, that was.
So I guess I have to kind of brown it a little bit before I really get in.
That could be the easiest pick of the day. So here, Lloris is our starting goalkeeper. All right back. Both teams don't really have a consistent right back. Don't even know. Like, obviously, Spurs just signed Emerson Royale. Arsenal just signed Tomiyasu. And then, Tommy who? Tell me who's going to go in.
I'm going to go for Tomiyasu. Like, again, it's kind of a tough pick, right? It's hard to argue someone who's been there for 2 games, but those 2 games have been absolutely brilliant. He's probably been the best player on the pitch for those 2 games. And Emerson's only played 1 game, and he got shut down, absolutely destroyed on that wing. So I think it's pretty. I'm going to go with Tommy. Campo?
I will give you Tommy because I agree. They have both played 2 games each. One's conceded 6 goals. One's conceded none. But again, you're versing 2 relegation teams against Chelsea, and Crystal Palace were on fire that day. But I can't really give Emerson. I'll put Emerson in the team when he's going against a guy who hasn't conceded.
Bit of a not much of an argument, to be honest. But yeah, Tomiyasu has been amazing the last 2 games. Probably been the best on pitch over the 2 games. So
he's definitely helped Arsenal in the defensive worries. This will be one for the second game of the season who's had the better impact over 20 games. But all right, centre backs. Let's go into it. Who are you picking for your 2 centre backs, boys?
Gabriel has to be there. Gabriel, 100%. The first couple of games, he hasn't even been there for us at Arsenal. I'm only really looking at the last 2 games because the last 2 games are the only 2 games we've actually had our proper lineup in there for us. But Gabriel has been an absolute force back there, been an absolute weapon, and he just makes such a difference. I saw a stat today. Last 7 games he's played, we've won every single game with 5 clean sheets when he's been playing.
Impressive.
So it's hard to argue. I can't.
I won't argue Gabriel. He has to be there. He makes a difference to that team. He helps Ben White when he struggles. But, Gabriel has to be our first centre-back, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's lock in Gabriel. All right, who's your other centre-back?
I think it has to be. It has to be with the guy who got nominated for Player of the Month, Eric Dyer. He has been insane this season under Nuno. He has won us games at times with his defence. He looks rejuvenated under Nuno, and if you're picking him over Ben White, it's criminal. And our South Americans haven't really played this season, so I can't really put Romero or Davinson Sanchez in above him.
Yeah, I do like Ben White, but I still think he's trying to find his feet here at Arsenal. He's only just recently been put in, and it's bit of a tough situation because that whole back line is so new. Even Gabriel's had such injury struggles, so 4 out of the 5 back there have really just kind of started to play together really. And again, I think it's hard to argue someone who's been nominated for Player of the Month.
So Bailey, you think that Gabriel's made more of an impact than Ben White so far in their 2 games together?
I think so. I think Ben White's had a few more mistakes, especially passing the ball out. I think he's giving the ball away a little bit more, and I think Gabriel's I've loved seeing Gabriel back there. It just makes me feel better.
Look at that. We've decided on the 2 centre-backs, and Eric Dyer is the second name there. Left back, this is probably a tough choice. You've got Reguilon much more attacking player probably, and then you've got Kieran Tierney, who Arsenal fans love. He's been great since he's come. This is a big one. Who are you guys going to throw in?
Kieran Tierney forward. I think that bloke's got more heart than the whole of Tottenham. I think he's an absolute machine. He is defensive. He's just pure passion. And even looking at his stats this season, I think it is a bit of a reflection of how the teams have been playing. I think going forward, I actually think Tierney's had better stats so far. Like, he's whipped in more crosses. He's had more long balls or accurate long balls so far. And I think he's looking all right. I will say he's been a bit unfortunate with some of the players he's had around him. But I think once he got put with Gabriel and stuff, he's been looking the real deal. So I'm putting him forward.
Campo.
I'm going to put Reguilon forward because, again, he gets it up, he gets back. But I think the big difference between them is that over the first couple games, Kieran Tierney kept getting dragged in and Arsenal kept conceding when they kept going down that left-back role. It was just the same move every time. Kieran Tierney didn't trust his centre-backs. He came in, went behind him, crossed. Again, but it's still... I wouldn't trust anyone in Arsenal, but...
I trust Gabriel.
But it was just over and over again, the same mistake from Tierney he kept making. I don't see that from Reguilon. He's making mistakes.
And you say going forward, have Tottenham even gone forward this season? Crystal Palace had him on the entire game.
Yeah, but again, we kept Man City to a clean sheet. Yous conceded 5 to them.
Yeah, but with Callum Chambers just getting out-jumped by fucking Gundogan. Like, why is that on Tierney? I thought Tierney had the part. I like Tierney there.
I just think Reguilon, he's won more as well. He's got more titles under his belt with Tierney.
I don't think we're going to come to a complete agreement here. I think one of you is going to have to compromise and possibly make up for it in a different position. So who wants to bite the bullet?
You know what? I do like Reguilon. I do think he's a good player. So Campo, because I am nice, I think you can allow Reguilon to have that left back position. But I'm getting more of the midfield. But you're giving me the midfield, all right?
All right. Reguilon locked in left back. All right, let's move into that midfield then. We're going to play 2 holding midfielders with this. Tommy, who do you want in there?
Who do you want? Who do you want from the team? Who do you think actually deserves to be in this squad?
Højbjerg, 1,000% deserves to be in this squad. Again, who you're partnering with, I don't know who you can partner him with in defensive mid because your defensive mid plays once a year.
But when he does he make a difference. Thomas Partey, 100% in this team. He walks into any team in the Premier League.
Not a team with Kante, but let's not get into that.
Because they already have so much. They're so stacked in that position.
Again, but it's what are we basing this off? How he played at Atletico Madrid? Are we basing it how he's played the one game for Arsenal?
He's played more than one game, all right? Yes, he's been injury prone. But you know what? We're basing Reguilon on how he played for Sevilla, so more than what he's done for Spurs. And even when Thomas Partey is there, the difference that he makes is unbelievable. He's just so much better at getting that ball forward. He finds the correct balls. We just look so much better in attack when he's there because he just sets it up so much better. He just plays that role so well and he gets the ball forward. Something that Kane has not had all season.
He hasn't had it yet.
It's so deep.
Well, you've basically both said who you want in that holding mid. Campo's getting his one, which is Højbjerg, and Bailey's getting Partey. So there are 2 holding mids. Moving on, we're going to play attacking mid here. Some decent players in there.
Ødegaard, surely. Who do you have that can compete with Ødegaard?
The Copa America winner, Giovanni Lo Celso.
Even Aaron's laughing at that answer.
Again, when he plays, he is the difference maker for us half the time. He gets in those pockets and picks passes out. He's one of our most creative player. Again, he's injury prone. He misses a lot of games, but again, he is vital to us. Or I believe he is.
I agree, but I say the same about Ødegaard. When Ødegaard's there, mate, we move the ball better. Like him and Partey on that team just makes such a difference. We can switch. We get the ball moving side to side better. We get forward better. just overall, like even when he plays for his country, he's shown that it's not just the team that he's in. He's a good player. He won man of the match the other day for his country when he didn't score an assist to goal at all.
So, Bayley, you'd have
something ridiculous like that, right?
Bayley, you'd have Ødegaard over Emil Smith-Rowe, another Arsenal player?
I think so, yeah. I think Ødegaard's better with the ball. I think he picks out better passes. I think Smith-Rowe's definitely improving, and he's attacking the line a lot better. Like, he's attacking space, he's getting forward. But I still think I would take Ødegaard over Smith-Rowe. I do love Smith-Rowe.
Campo, you're gonna agree with that?
I will say yes to Ødegaard for Reguilon, but also for the fact that Lo Celso has missed a lot of games this year because he is South American. And if we're going to base it on Premier League, he hasn't played, so I guess I can give him Ødegaard.
All right, locked in. Attacking midfielder, Martin Ødegaard. Front three.
Now too, you're welcome.
Front three, who are we talking? Let's go left wing, right wing, and then we'll finish with our striker. So left wing to start.
There's only one person.
The left wing?
Yeah.
Who are you thinking?
Son.
Are you putting Son on the left? Okay.
Yeah, he's the best out there. When he cuts in on that right foot, it doesn't matter what wing you put him on, really. He always cuts in and hits worldies, but the runs he makes from left wing are incredible.
Because I agree. I think Son should be on the team. I'm not going to argue that. Because then I think from my point of view, because I believe that Auba's not going to play on the right wing, right? Like, Auba is a pretty much specialist. He's either left wing or a striker, right? And because I'm a nice guy, I suppose you can have Kane at striker, let's be honest. But then I don't know if Auba, like, I guess it'd have to be Saka on that right side. Do you think this team would be better off having Son right wing with Auba on left wing? Or do you think it'd be better with Son left wing and Saka on the right wing?
What I'll do for you is the other day I did the combined exercise with Morty, Chelsea versus Liverpool. Timo Werner, I chucked him on the right because I think he needed to be in the team regardless of where, yes, he's a left winger or a striker, but I wanted him in the team regardless. So we can do that with Aubameyang if he's going to come to an agreement. We can chuck him on the right wing. If you think he should be there above Bukayo Saka.
See, not on the right though. Have you ever seen Aubameyang play on the right?
This is just purely, forget the positions. Just think he needs to be in the team.
Oh,
if you want him in the team, we put him in the team.
I would take Aubameyang over Saka. And that hurts Saka, right? But
complaints, Campo?
I would complain for Arsenal that Saka should be in the over Aubameyang because you've had
experience, but right, if you're going for the best 11, Aubameyang's also worn the captain's armband before. Like, I love Saka, don't get me wrong, but if you just want that pure winger and that pure like front player, Aubameyang is probably your choice over Saka. But I do love Saka. Like, don't get me nothing against the bloke. I absolutely love him, but I think Aubameyang suits that more front role a little bit better, especially on the left side.
All right, it's sorted. We're going to lock in Heung-min Son, left wing. We're going to give Aubameyang benefit of the doubt, chuck him on the right wing. Striker, boys. There's two options here, and it's night and day. Harry Kane or Lacazette? Who are we going with?
I mean, Kane has been abysmal. He's been playing more midfield than he has been playing striker in the last few games.
Well, we've basically got Jose Mourinho 2.0 at the helm at the moment, so it's looking very defensive. But again, he'll score this weekend, and then it'll all be good again.
It'll be his one goal. That'll be it. I do agree that I think it's hard. I'm not going to sit here and argue that Kane shouldn't be in the side just on history, especially like if I'm putting Aubameyang in the side, that's more on history than it is on form. Although he's played 2 games, scored a goal, been doing all right. Yeah, Kane, I'm happy with Kane up front.
All right, we're going to round it off. Harry Kane up top. Just real quick, doesn't need to be there, but if you were to pick a manager, who would you rather have?
I'll say that one manager has won Manager of the Month this year and one hasn't.
All right, we're going to leave it at that.
And he's been absolute white ever since.
We're not going to get into the manager discussion.
Won the league in round 3. Well done.
All right.
On the top of the ladder, and then it's just a straight.
Let's show the team. Hugo Lloris in goals. From right to left, we got Tomiyasu, Eric Dyer and Gabriel as our 2 centre backs. Reguilon left back. Thomas Partey and Højbjerg holding. Ødegaard, Cam, Son and Aubameyang our wingers, and Harry Kane rounds off the team up top. No matter what, it's going to promise to be an amazing game between these two. Can't wait to see the I don't know, everything that's going to have this game. North London derbies are mental.
Crowd's back.
This has been the Football Tragics, and
Pretty excited for it.
we look forward to you guys arguing in the comments. We'll see.